One may overlook the significance of art culture. One may assume art is too complex of a realm or spectrum to understand. One may also not understand the importance and beauty of art culture. In both modern and ancient society, art in all various forms are such beautiful expressive reflections of artists. Art is also a very powerful tool in which artists utilize to express their feelings. Artists sculpt, paint and draw, etc. when they are feeling happy, sad, angry, and so forth. Importantly, art is a universal platform where many individuals can connect with others worldwide. I remember learning about Spanish famous painter Pablo Picasso in elementary school. I can recall I was in the second or third grade. This was the first time I was exposed to Cubism paintings. I can also recall learning about Picasso's blue period from the years of 1900 to 1904. He utilized blue because it symbolized his sadness. A young Pablo Picasso was in his early 20s struggling with depression. Subsequently, no customers wanted to purchase this work due to the color scheme because they felt as if it was too depressing to hang up in their home. This resulted in Picasso experiencing financial hardship. I am filled with gratitude to have been introduced to Picasso at such a young age and feel also in debt that his work was included into our curriculum. When an individual may look at any form of art, we can't help but focus on three key elements. Those three key elements are line, color, and light. For instance, admire the beauty of one of the many beautiful and iconic pieces of Vincent van Gogh, Irises, which was painted in 1889. Vincent van Gogh made the decision to check himself into an asylum in Saint Remy, France in May 1889, following periods of self-mutilation and hospitalization. There he produced around 130 paintings in the year before his demise. He started irises within the first week, drawing inspiration from the natures in the asylum's garden. The cropped arrangement was likely motivated by the ornate patterns found in the Japanese woodblock prints. It is separated into large sections of vibrant color with massive irises spilling over its edges. Van Gogh himself regarded the painting as a study. No known drawings exist for it. In September 1889, Theo, Van's brother, submitted it into the Salon des Indépendants after immediately recognizing its merits. Vincent later wrote about the exhibition: "It strikes the eye from afar. It is a lovely study that is alive and full of vitality." Irises by Vincent van Gogh is all distinctive. He created a variety of curved silhouettes surrounded by wavy, twisting, and curving lines after carefully analyzing their movements and shapes. One of Van Gogh's early admirers and the painting's initial owner, French art critic Octave Morbius, penned the following about the artist: "How well he has understood the exquisite nature of flowers." Vincent van Gogh, who was born in Zundert, Netherlands on March 30th, 1853, passed away in Auvers-sur-Oise near Paris, France on July 29th, 1890. In 1883, Vincent's parents weren't too pleased with his aspiration to live as an artist. Fortunately, Vincent continued to put in a lot of effort and advance his abilities. He had several residences throughout the Netherlands. He studied painting and sketching with his uncle, the painter Anton Mauve, in The Hague. However, love was also an inspiration. Van Gogh continued to practice tirelessly because he believed his drawing style was still in need of improvement. His first order came from his uncle and consisted of 12 sketches of the Hague cityscapes. He had the chance to hone his perspective-taking abilities through the series. Vincent learned the fundamentals of oil and watercolor painting from Mauve, who also hosted him in the studio nearly every day. His paintings' vibrant hues, forceful brushstrokes, and curved forms had a significant impact on the Expressionism trend in modern art. After Van Gogh's death, his work gained astronomical popularity, particularly in the 20th century, when it was displayed in hugely successful traveling exhibitions and sold for world record prices at auctions. Another fascinating piece is Claude Monet's 1873's Sunrise. When I first laid my eyes on this painting, I couldn't help but focus on the three key elements, as I previously stated, which are line, color, and light. The industrial port of Le Havre on France's northern shore was depicted by Claude Monet. The iridescent blues and greens of the water are illuminated by the rising sun's vivid orange, which glitters in the wet air and dances on the softly rippling surface. Packed boats are on the left, barely visible in a cold haze as they billow smoke from their stacks. This sunrise, which was a painting of the spring's 1873 as France battled to recover from the Franco-Prussian War, might also metaphorically represent the start of a new day in France. Monet's plein air or outdoor style of painting is best represented by sunrise. This image, along with the well-known impression sunrise at the Montmartre Museum in Paris, is one of the first in the Impressionist stylist that would go on to make him renowned. This is due to the loose and unplanned brushstrokes. For the remainder of his artistic career, Monet would focus on the fleeting interaction of light, water, and air. Claude Monet was born on November 14, 1840, and passed away on December 5, 1926, was a French Impressionist painter. He was the most prolific and consistent practitioner of the movement's ethos of expressing one's perceptions before nature. His work Impression, Sunrise, is where the word Impressionism originated. His family relocated to Le Havre in Normandy around 1845. Claude Monet desired to become an artist, but his father wanted him to join the family business of running a grocery shop. Monet enrolled in the Le Havre Secondary School of the Arts on April 1st, 1853. His charcoal caricatures, which he would sell for 10 to 20 francs, are what originally made him well known in the area. Additionally, Monet had his first sketching instruction from Jacques-Francis Orchid and Jacques-Louis David, former pupil. Around 1856 through 1857, he saw fellow artist Eugene Boudin on the Normandy beaches. Boudin served as his mentor and taught him how to handle oil paints. Monet learned how to paint in plein air, outdoors from Boudin. In conclusion, if we have not yet, we can learn to admire the beauty of paintings such as Irises and Sunrise for one too many reasons. Irises by Vincent van Gogh is all distinctive. He created a variety of curved silhouettes surrounded by the waving, twisting, and curving lines after carefully analyzing the movement's forms. The evolution of much contemporary painting, particularly Expressionism, was greatly influenced by Vincent van Gogh's work, particularly on the works of the Fauve artist James Soutine and the German Expressionists. One of the best examples of Impressionism, Impression Sunrise, is praised for capturing the mood of the movement as a whole through the hazy, dreamlike countryside. Later art trends like abstract expressionism, pop art, and minimalism would all be influenced by Impressionism thanks to Claude Monet.